Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for more. Now, getting on NHL 23 for the one live stream of the day that we did have scheduled. Our big tournament of the award nominees. Yesterday, we ran a simulation, one season of all the 2023 Selke nominees, the Norris nominees, the Masterton nominees, the Hart nominees, the Calder nominees, the King Clancy nominees, and the Lady Byng nominees. Now that the 2023 NHL Awards have been handed out, and we kept track of their records in a regular season. Now, based on how they finished those seasons, we will now be putting those teams into a big simulation and seeing which team of nominees will come out on top, which award really means the most. And last season in 2022, it was the Hart Trophy nominees beating the King Clancy nominees in the final. We'll see what happens this year. I'll run through all the results from last night momentarily. We'll get started at the 5-minute mark up in the top left corner. And until then, we'll just keep welcoming everybody in. Vinny, welcome back, buddy. This is what, our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th live stream of the day. My goodness. And 10 in the last week plus? Crazy stuff. Crazy. Get all your predictions in, of course, as always. I'll go over more of the details once we get started. Kronos, buddy, appreciate all the hard work you're putting in today. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you saying that. It has been a wild day. If anyone wants to drop more into the Get Data PS5 fund after this being our 6th live stream of the day, feel free to. Too many trades today, clearly. Absolutely. But just more coming with the draft tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm almost afraid to leave my house. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be gone for a few hours in the morning. I'm afraid. I'm off onto my summer break now from work. I gotta put a channel update. I'll be gone for a couple of weeks in July and stuff like that. So I'm off now for my little summer vacation, I guess you could call it. Today was my last day going into work for my last few things, and now I'm gonna be off for a little summer vacation. So thankfully, I was home by the time all the trades started happening. Welcoming everybody aboard. There you go. You're gone a few hours. You missed 4 trades. How can I put it as a description here? Let's go through the description. Now that the 2023 NHL Awards have been given out, it's time to see which team of nominees would come out on top in tournament style. Let's see. Data can wait. Live your life, especially if you are streaming draft things too. That's true. Appreciate that, Pat. I gotta get somewhere, right? I gotta get my life done, especially with the draft tomorrow night. Back at it, Data. Love the summer content so far. Thank you, Mackenzie. Appreciate that. I know you were in the stream yesterday too. Good to see you again. Jerry Lifts. Yzerman needs to stop playing and get the Brinket already. Yeah, I think that's... If there's any trade that's just having to dot the I's and cross the T's, that's the one. Nominees will come out on top in a tournament. I'll do a wittier description later. I have no time to think right now. Just got to do the usual tags and all those things when the live stream starts up. We'll get started in a minute's time. I'll go over the results from yesterday, the yesterday season's simulation. We'll go over the records and why these teams are seeded as they are. And then we'll get into the tournament, which shouldn't be too long in an 8-team tournament. But we'll have some fun with it. We'll find some storylines along the way. After the snooze fest, that was the NBA draft this year, I am out watching the NHL one live. Yeah, I feel you. Last year, we just did the first 16, the first half of the draft. I'm going to try to do the full draft this season, but I don't know. We'll see how viewership goes and how interactions are and how we're feeling as we're getting into the later picks. All right. Special shout out to Jack is in here, who kept track of all of the stats yesterday. Much appreciation to him. And I think we're about ready to go. So 10 more seconds, then we'll get this party started. I'm excited to see which team's going to come out on top. As we had some surprises yesterday, some big surprises. 2-1 showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, the third annual award nominee teams now find themselves in this bracket. In 2021, we ran simulations with the teams but did not do a tournament. So I guess technically the second annual tournament. Last year, the Hart Trophy nominees beat the King Clancy nominees in a 6-game series. The phone is ringing. It's Slim prank calling me again. Come on, Slim. I told you not during the live streams. Now, in terms of last night's simulation, giving each team one spot in the Central Division. When we went ahead and did that, these were the following results. The Hart Trophy nominees, I'm going to start at the bottom actually. The Calder Trophy nominees, the New York New Kids, finished with a record of 34, 39, and 9 and missed out on the postseason. Now, that is the 8th seed. In the 7th seed, we have the Bill Masterton nominees. The Bill Masterton nominees went 38, 34, and 10 and also missed the playoffs. Now, very surprisingly, in the 6th seed, we have the Lady Byng nominees, a 98 overall rated team. This team went 52, 21, and 9, but fell in 6 games in round number 1. In the 5 seed, we have the King Clancy nominees, who went 52, 20, and 10, and lost in Game 7 of round number 2. In the 3 seed, we have the team composed totally of defensemen, the New York Norris nominees. They went 52, 19, and 11, but lost in Game 5 of the Western Conference Final in round number 3. In the 2 seed, we have the 96 overall Hart Trophy nominees. This team was ridiculous in the season, going 61, 17, and 4, but they lost in the Stanley Cup Final in 7 games. In the number 1 seed, getting the first round bye, hopefully if they can beat Team Japan, the Selke Trophy nominees, who had the 3rd worst record, going 49, 26, and 7, but won the Stanley Cup, notably by sweeping out the Hurricanes in the Stanley Cup Final. So in the matchups here, we have Selke's getting the first round bye, the Norris facing the Mastertons, the Harts facing the Calders, and the Clancys facing the Lady Byngs. Is the next Penguins episode coming out this weekend? Honestly, it is not. With 6 live streams today, 2 or 3 live streams yesterday, the NHL draft tomorrow. Actually, wait, I forgot today's not the weekend. Today's Tuesday. I thought today was Friday for a second because we always live stream on the PlayStation on Fridays. Yes, this weekend, yes, Drayden, it will be out for the weekend. My goodness, what am I saying? I forgot today was Tuesday. Yeah, so the draft will be Wednesday. I'll probably record Thursday, edit Friday. I would say Saturday. Yeah, Saturday would be a likely day, but it's actually also the day of free agency. I'll figure something out, Drayden, but not too far away. Just with the NHL offseason taking up a lot of the time, things are getting pushed around a little bit. Not too much, though, just a little bit. All right, anything we want to touch here? Attribute effects, we're going to put those up to 8 on 10 because I didn't see enough scoring from some of these guys. Let's go ahead and also put injuries are going to be totally off, so don't need to worry about that. I can't touch scoring, It doesn't exist. I just have to turn injuries off. Oh, actually, where are the injuries? I guess it doesn't exist here. I just have to go ahead and put the slider to minimum. So we'll put attribute effects to 8 and injuries off, but I can't turn up the scoring from medium to high or anything like that. So we'll roll like that. I'm excited to see who's going to win. Make sure you're... I'm going to keep it totally off, 0 on 100. Make sure that you get your predictions in. So the Selkies were the number 1 seed because they won the cup, but they had the 3rd worst record, 5th out of 7, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So the Selkies have the first round bye. The Hearts had 61 wins. The Norris Trophy nominees had over 50 wins. The Lady Byng nominees have a 98 overall rated team. So make sure you get your predictions in for who you think's going to win. I'm just going to quickly run through. Actually, I could do it by showing you the names. I won't read you the names. I'll show you the names for each team once we get into the playoff mode here, and here it is. Hopefully, Selkies, I can't give them a bye. They have to play a team technically, so hopefully it goes okay against Team Japan. I think each series needs to play 1 game, then I'll run through the rosters here. I know last year we did it, and they swept Japan, so hopefully it shouldn't be any tomfoolery going on. So I'm not even going to watch this game. I'm just going to sim to next game, and there you go. They win this one. So the tournament will begin. Excuse me, with the Masterton nominees facing the Norris Trophy nominees. Now, the Masterton nominees, again, they had the second worst seeding with a record of 38, 34, and 10. Meanwhile, the Norris Trophy nominees had the third seed and the second best of the teams that didn't get a bye, obviously, with a 52, 19, and 11 record. Let's do it. The Masterton nominees versus the Norris nominees. What are you saying here? That's the Selkies? McDavid, why would he be on the Selkie team? No, the Selkies are the letter S. That's the Selkie team. Did I misspeak? Perhaps. Mastertons versus Norris. Game 1 of this first round of the tournament. First period, 1-0. It's Brendan Montour. Second period, 1-1. Mikhail Backlund ties it up short-handed. Very interesting against Braden Holtby. As we have any position that could not be filled by a nominee is filled by a replacement level player. So notably, for the Norris Trophy nominees with no goalies, they get Braden Holtby and Kevin Poulin, the two best available free agent goaltenders. Devon Toews and Adam Fox score in the third, but Phil Kessel scoring one late with under 5 to go. The Norris hanging on to a 1-goal lead. The Mastertons are pushing, but the Norris hang on tight for a 3-2 victory in game number 1. I think it's going to be a bit too long if I do every single game for every single series. I think we'll start doing that in the second round. For this first round, I think we'll go through it a bit more quickly. So we're going to sim to next game for each of the first rounds. The Hearts open it up with a victory over the Calder's. Top seed versus lowest seed. That's understandable. And now the King Clancys facing the Lady Bings. The King Clancys were in the finals last year, and the Lady Bings are a 98 rated team. So let's do it. Let's simulate to the next game. And game 1 goes to the King Clancys. Okay. So with that being said, now let's go ahead and look at each team, as each team has played one game. Starting it off with the King Clancys, why not? So Elias Pettersson, Evgeny Malkin, Mikhail Backlund, Dumba, Tuck, Barkov, Lee. You can see a very highly rated team. I went into more depth on each lineup in yesterday's simulation, but we have all of these players all the way down, and they all start repeating themselves. Nice little glitch here from EA, beautiful. That's a good idea. Slow sim game 4 and beyond. That would be a good idea. And goaltenders, of course, it's Jussi Saros as the starter here for the King Clancys. For the New York Hart Trophy nominees, Marner, Rantanen, Crosby, Pastrnak, Matthew Tkachuk, Carlson. We could check Japan. At the end, we'll look at Japan. McDavid, Pettersson, McKinnon. Crazy team right here, of course. And their goaltender is Ilya Sorokin. The Masterton Trophy nominees have Craig Anderson as their goalie, Dougie Hamilton, Phil Kessel, Backlund, Silverberg, Keller, Letang, Blais, Parise, Giordano, Ben, Carlson, John Carlson, Jenner, Fabry, Glass, Knizhov, Tanev, Seeler, Besser, all the way down the list we go there. Didn't miss too much yet, Hobbs. He just did the first game of each series just to get the names popped up on the stats sheet here. The Calder Trophy nominees, Machelli, Johnston, Beniers. This is the team that has the lowest amount of actual nominees on the team, as we had to get a bunch of replacement level players like Joe Thornton, Chris Russell, Tyler Bozak in there. But all the real life Calder Trophy nominees, Marchenko, Cates, McTavish, Power, Sanderson, they all have their positions. And Stuart Skinner with Logan Thompson, the two good goaltenders. That's what they have going for them. The Norris Trophy nominees made up only of defensemen: Hedman, Montour, Toews, Fox, Carlson, Hamilton, Lindholm. I believe Carlson is first line center. Fox is first line right wing, and Makar is first pair defense. Spurgeon, Morrissey, Dunn, Slavin, Sergachev, all the way down we go. Of course, it's Braden Holtby, the goalie there. New York Selkies, the Selkie Trophy nominees, who won the only team to win the Stanley Cup in the simulation. Nico Hischier, Austin Matthews, Elias Pettersson, Crosby, Marner, Hintz, Bergeron, Stones, Zibanejad, Barkov, Stahl, and so on and so forth, including Noah Cates, who got a shout-out. Goaltender, once again, Braden Holtby. The Lady Bing nominees, the highest-rated team: McDavid, Hughes, Barkov, Point, Robertson, Makar, Pavelski, Bergeron, Kopitar, Pietrangelo, Spurgeon, Lindell, Eichel, Slavin, Nico Hischier, Bratt, Pettersson, Beniers, and the goaltenders, Linus Ullmark and Marc-Andre Fleury. Of course, Ullmark shown here twice. Nice little glitch for EA Land. There you have it. So there are the lineups, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to go too much more in detail than that because I did it all yesterday. And aside from that, let's keep on simulating until we get into a little deeper into the series. So, simulate next game against Japan. Selkies win it again. Mastertons versus the Norris. The Norris take a 2-0 series lead. The Hart versus the Calder. Hart are up now 2-0. And the Clancys against the Lady Bings. 2-0 Clancys. The Lady Bings, are they going to choke it after choking in round 1? Oh boy. All right, game number 3 for each series now. Selkies are up 3-0, of course. Can the Norris Trophy nominees take a 3-0 series lead? Yes, they can. A stranglehold over the Mastertons. Can the Hart Trophy nominees do the same? Yes, they can. Now here's the biggest question. Can the King Clancy nominees take a 3-0 series lead over the 98 rated Lady Bing nominees? Oh my goodness. The Lady Bing nominees with the 98 overall, I've said it 100 times, I'll keep saying it, are up down 3-0 against the King Clancy nominees. We're on the verge of a 4-way sweep. Can the Selkies sweep their way? Japan actually put up a fight against the 1 seed and scared us all. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think you're right, Hobbsy. I'm not sure if it was for this, but I remember Japan doing that one year. Maybe at least for one game. So the Selkies sweep, no problem. Now let's go in and see this. The Norris Trophy nominees versus the Masterton nominees. Lady Bings are just big-time jokers. Come on now. Norris, can you sweep the Masterton? First period, 1-0 Masterton, Jakob Silverberg. Second period, 1-1, Miro Heiskanen scoring on the power play. Shots tied at 23 through 40. Power play Norris killed off by Masterton. Now we have 5 minutes in. We are 5 minutes in. Power play Norris once again. And now it's a power play goal from Quinn Hughes. The Norris are up, but Phil Kessel answers right back, and we're back to tie it 2. But Vince Dunn responds himself. 3-2 for the Norris Trophy nominees with 5 minutes to go. Will the Mastertons be swept out of the first round of this tournament with 20 seconds left? And yes, they will. The Norris Trophy nominees are through to the second round, and rightfully so, as the 2 seed. As the 3 seed, technically. I'm going to keep mixing that up. The 1 seed gets the bye, so the Norris are technically the 3 seed, and they take down the 7 seed, Bill Mastertons. The 6 seed, the 3 versus the 6. The 6th seed Mastertons, who went 36-34-10, they get swept out of this first round. Now, speaking of sweeps, the Hart Trophy nominees are looking to sweep out the Calder Trophy nominees. The Hearts with 61 wins, they're the number 2 seed. The Calder Trophy nominees, the 7 seed. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here as the Hart Trophy nominees want to get all the rest they can get. First period, 1-0 Calder as Wyatt Johnson opens it up on Ilya Sorokin. Second period, 1-0 it remains. Shots are 30-14, more than double in the Hart Trophy favor. But the Calder Trophy nominees are hanging on tight. They need another goal here. And Dominic Cahoon, the replacement level player on the 4th line, or 3rd line actually, he's the one that gets it. But Mikko Rantanen breaks the shutout for Thompson. It's now a 2-1 game. Shots are still more than doubled for the Hearts. And now we're arriving at the halfway point. We've passed it. Final 5 minutes. Shots 42-20 for the Hart nominees. 2-1 lead for the Calders. Can they hang on tight? And yes, they can. The Calder Trophy nominees live to see another day, and they will not be swept. Wow. All right. So now we have the biggest surprise. This is the 4 seed versus the 5 seed. King Clancy versus Lady Bing. They both had 52 wins. Yes, they both had 52 wins. But the Lady Bings lost in the first round, and the King Clancys lost in the second round. Now, the King Clancys are a win away from sweeping their way to round 2, and they were in the finals last year, so they want to prove themselves after having lost in the final against the Hart Trophy nominees. First period, 2-1 Lady Bing. Barkov opens it up, but then Pettersson and Beniers make it a 2-1 game. Second period, 4-2 now. McDavid for the nice guys. Malkin for the Kings, the King Clancys, and Kopitar once again with a second left in the period The Lady Bings are not wanting to get swept here. They're up by 2 and now make it up by 3 as Brat adds one more. They should be able to stave off the sweep, and there you go. Yeah, they will win this one 7 to the final. So 1 sweep and 2 other series go to Game 6. We're back to Hart versus Calder. The Calder Trophy nominees put up a fight, and now they're going to see if they can try and actually start climbing their way back. First period, the Hart Trophies score on the first shot after Thompson made crazy saves last game. First period, 1-0 Hearts. Shots doubled for Hearts. Second period, 3-2. McKinnon for the Hearts, McTavish for the Calder, Pasternak for the Hearts, Marchenko for the Calder. Shots are 27-17 for the Hearts, and they're up by 1 here in the third and final period. The Calder's going to need something if they want to tie this game up and give themselves a chance, but Austin Matthews extends the Hart Trophy nominee lead to 2. 4-2 for the Hearts, make it 5-2, as Kucherov will just about bury the Calder Trophy nominees. The 2 seed versus the 7 seed, the top seed versus the last seed in terms of players teams that didn't get a bye. The Calders had a losing season, 34 wins. The Hearts had 61 wins. It's understandable. They put up a fight. They got a win, but the Hearts are through in 5. The reigning champions are through. All right, now the King Clancy's are looking to close it out in Game 5 against the Lady Bings. Lady Bings have been fraudulent. They have been fraudulent. 98 rated, 52 wins, and a first-round exit, and now on the brink of losing in 5. They lost in 6 in round number 1. Will they lose in 5 right now? First period, 2-0 Lady Bings. They have life. Second period, 3-1. Pedersen scoring for the King Clancy's. Kopitar for the Lady Bings. Third period, make it a 4-1 game now, as Jack Hughes extended. Oh, and now Jack Eichel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say 8-1. Oh my goodness, the Lady Bings, maybe they just need the slow sim. Maybe they just need the slow sim. They're the last series going, so we're going to jump right back into game number 6 now. And they lost in 6 in round number 1 in the season sim. Could it be an omen and they lose in 6 tonight to the King Clancy's? First period, 1-0 King Clancy's, Matt Dumba. Second period, 2-1. Dumba gets his second. Kopitar stops the bleeding. Shots 24-19 for the King Clancy's. 1-goal lead. Back-to-back power plays here. Extended opportunity. Very extended. Goes nowhere. Now a power play and a power play goal for the Lady Bing nominees after they had a huge penalty kill. Momentum in their favor. They tie it at 2. Shots are 36-25 King Clancy's with just with a 2-2 game with under 5 to go. Final minute, and we're headed to overtime. A goal for the King Clancy's puts them through. A goal for the Nice Guys puts this series to 7. First overtime results in nothing. Shots are 52-31 for the Clancy's. Now double overtime. The Lady Bings have life. Shots end 53-34, and the Lady Bings have life, pushing it to 7. Allmark makes 51 saves. Oh my goodness, they love the slow sim, I guess. They love the slow sim. Now here we are in Game 7. King Clancy's on the verge of being reverse swept after having been a finalist in 2022. First period, 0-0. Second period, 3-0 King Clancy's. Wow! Huge show from them. Back-to-back power play goals, and then Bergeron will make it 3-0. Shots are 26-17, and the King Clancy's are 1 period away from making their way to the second round. A big scare as they were up 3-0, but they could win this in 7 with if they could just hang on tight for another 10 minutes now. And the Lady Bings, the highest rated team in this tournament, will bow out in round number 1 in 7 games. A little push late from Eichel, but it's not enough, and the King Clancy's win it. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? They are through. Now, your second round matchups, we'll get to the points in a moment, but your second round matchups, we will have the number 1 seed Selke trophies facing the number 3 seed Norris trophies, and then the number 4 seed King Clancy's facing the number 2 seed Hearts. So it makes sense. 1 versus 3 and 2 versus 4, correct? Is that it? Selke's versus... Yeah, 1 versus 3 and 2 versus 4. That makes perfect sense, as we will get into the second round in just a moment after we take a second to look at the points from the rest of the first round. All right. So let's start off on Team Japan that got swept in the bye. Sugihara had 2 points, 2 goals. That's great. Sasaki had 2 points. Murata had 2. Tamura had 2. Nomura had 1. Wakabayashi had 1. Yoshida had 1. Irizawa had 1. Ishihara had 1. Hirano, he has a picture. Look at him. Hirano had 1. Kobayashi had 0. Komachi 0. Kumagai 0. Miura 0. Nakamura 0. Serizawa 0. Takashi 0. Tanaka 0. And then I'm going through the same names again after. I just wanted to get through the names. I was just curious. And the goaltenders, it's Shin Masumura with 43 overall, as a 43 overall, and Masao Ueno, not a horrible save percentage, 875. Give them some respect, you know? They're old as well. Give them some respect. So, there you go. That's Team Japan. The King Clancy's, who won in 7. Pedersen had 10 points in those 7 games. Malkin, 5 goals. Barkov, also point per game. I'm not going to scroll through every single person. And then for the goaltenders, it was Saros going 4, 2, and 1 with not great numbers. The Lady Bings really found a way to get through them. The Hart Trophy nominees, they won in 5 games. Marner had 8. Crosby had 7. Cooch, Rantanen with 6. Pasternak, Pedersen, both with 5, and a bunch of players with 4. Goaltenders, Sorokin went 4-1-0 with a 923 save percentage and 1.81 goals against average. The Masterton Trophy nominees lost in 4 games. They had Clayton Keller leading with 5 points. Dougie Hamilton had 4. Silverberg, Jenner both with 3, but just not enough scoring in this team. The goaltenders, Craig Anderson, 0-2-2, 2 overtime losses, brutal. A 900 save percentage. He did what he could at 41 years of age. What a guy. That's why he was nominated for the award. The Calder Trophy nominees put up a fight. They had a 5-game series. McTavish 1 point per game. Marchenko had a couple of goals, but aside from that, not great stuff from them, unfortunately. Goaltending was decent enough, all things considered. Thompson had an 886 save percentage. Yeah, all right. Now the Norris Trophy nominees. The team made up of fully defense. Quinn Hughes, 7 points in 4 games. Carlson, 6 points. Heiskanen and Fox, both point per game. And goaltending was Braden Holtby, and he went 4-0. Very good. There you go. Looking at the Selke Trophy nominees, who also, they got their first round bye. Actually, we don't need to look at them. And the Lady Bing nominees, who lost in 7. Hughes had 7. Eichel and Point had 8. Kopitar, McDavid, Pedersen, Makar, all with 6. And goaltending, it was Linus Ullmark losing despite a 904 save percentage. He went 3-4-0 despite his 90 overall status. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're now on to round number 2. We'll have 1 versus 3 and 2 versus 4. Starting it off with the Selke nominees versus the Norris Trophy nominees. The number 1 seed versus the number 3 seed. Let's go ahead and start slow simming each game starting here in this second round. First period, 3-1 Selkies. Second period, 5-2 Selkies. Got to fly through it a bit more quickly than usual. And third period, 6-2 the final. The Selke Trophy nominees showing why they're the number 1 seed. Barkov, 2 goals, 2 assists. Crosby, 3 assists. They're showing why they should be respected, despite their record not being crazy. Their record was, as I said, 5th out of 7, but they went all the way and won the Stanley Cup for a reason. The Hart Trophy nominees versus the King Clancy nominees now, the 2 seed versus the 4 seed. We're going to go ahead and simulate this one. Here we go. 2 seed versus the 4 seed. First period, King Clancy's come out early, 2-1 after 20. Second period, 5-3 King Clancy's. Third period, 5-5. The Hart Trophy nominees make a big push in the third period. Kaprizov and McDavid scored to tie this game at 5. And overtime leads to a Hart Trophy nominee win. From down 5-2, I believe, or at least 5-3, they come back to win 6-5 in this game number 1. Crosby tearing it up. Yes, he is. I saw his stats there. Yeah, 12 points. My goodness, on the Selkies. Okay, all right, game number 2. The Selkies are up 1-0 over the Norris Trophy nominees. Let's see what we can get done here in game number 2. First period, Selkies score early, and they're up 2-0, Marner and Bergeron. Second period, no scoring. And third period, 3-0 the final. Wow, 36 save shutout from this Braden Holtby. It's the battle of the Braden Holtbys. This Braden Holtby made 36 saves and got the shutout. The other Braden Holtby did not. 2-0 Selke lead. All right, now game number 2 of the Clancys and the Hearts. And the Hearts are up 1 game, and the Clancys are going to want to really come back after collapsing late in last game. First period, 1-1 after 20. Second period, 2-1 Hearts. Third period, 2-2. Elias Pettersson comes back on the power play. Overtime once again, and this time the Hart Trophy nominees say, I don't think so. We're going to get this done nice and early, and we'll take it once again. Thank you very much. David Pastrnak with the OT winner. Shots 40-30 for the Hearts. And the New York Hearts with 2 overtime wins are now up 2-0 in their series. Okay, so now game number 3, the Selkies and the Norris. The Selkies are up 2-0. Let's do it. The Norris had like, how many more wins did the Norris Trophy nominees have in the regular season? 52 versus 49. Okay, only 3 more, but still, you would think that they're the better team. But right now, the Selkies are on the verge of going up 3-0. First period, 0-0. Second period, 1-0 Selkies, Patrice Bergeron. Third period, 1-1 McAvoy scores to tie it up. We're going to overtime once again, and the Norris Trophy nominees win it early. Miro Heiskanen says we're not going down 3-0, and now we can have a 2-1 series. All right. The Hart Trophy nominees are up 2-0 over the King Clancy nominees. Let's see if the King Clancys can do what the Norris did and get back in this series. First period, 1-0 Hart. Second period, 3-0 Hart. Third period, 3-1 the final. The Hart Trophy nominees, after winning the first 2 games in overtime, win this one in regulation and are now up 3-0. All right, so the Selke nominees don't want to have this series tied up. They want to take a 3-1 lead. Let's do it. Game number 4 between the 1 and 3 seeds. First period, 0-0. Second period, 2-1 Selke. Third period, 3-1 Selke. Jordan Stahl adds the insurance. And the Selke Trophy nominees are now up 3-1 with a 3-1 victory. The Hart Trophy nominees looking to sweep their way into the final. They won in 2022. Can they win in 2023? This would be a big win if they can sweep through the King Clancys and get a little bit of rest. Here we go, the King Clancys. This is actually, I forgot to mention, this is a rematch of the 2022 final. The Hearts won in 6. Now they're trying to win in the semifinal, beating the same team in 4. But Barkov scores early. First period ends 2-1 for the King Clancys. Second period, 4-3 King Clancys. Third period ends 5-5. We're headed to overtime again as Anders Lee scores late to tie it for the King Clancys. On the verge of being swept and eliminated, Anders Lee, one of the finalists for the award, scores with 14 seconds to go, and we're headed to overtime. Can the King Clancys take advantage? No, they cannot! And the Hart Trophy nominees are through, sweeping the King Clancys. They're on their way to the final for the 2nd consecutive year. How about that? 4-0. That team won 61 games, and they are on a tear in the simulation. Now, we have the Selkies versus the Norris. Can the number 1 seed make it through to face the number 2 seed, or will the Norris continue to fight back? Here we go in game number 5. Let's do it. First period, 2-0 Norris. Early lead, 19-7, the shots for the Norris. Second period, 3-0, and third period ends 3-2. Zibanejad with a big push late, but the Selkies don't have enough to come back, and the Norris will push this series to 6. Now the Selkies with another opportunity to end it, this time home ice for the Norris Trophy nominees. Game number 6. First period, 1-0 Norris. Second period, 2-1 Selke, big comeback. Matthews and Bergeron, shots are 26-24 for the Norris, but it's a 2-1 game for the Selke. Let's watch this third period. Controller down. 2-2, Devon Tays tying it up. The Norris want to push this series to 7. The Selke want to be over and done with it. Power play goal from Zibanejad, who scored 2 last game, but then Brent Burn ties it right back up 59 seconds later. 3-3 with 8 minutes to go now. Shots are 36-31 for the Norris. Final 5 minutes. Is there a hero late, or will we once again see overtime? 30 seconds, and we're off to overtime. Shots end tied at 37. Whew. A Selke goal puts them through to the final. A Norris goal pushes it to 7. Power play Norris, and the Norris score on the power play. We're off to 7. Josh Morrissey with the game winner. How about that? Wow. I need some water over here. Oh my goodness, we're off to game 7. Both these teams are 7-3. Both these teams would love to get their first berth in the finals, as it's last year, as I mentioned, was Hart and Clancy. Mark is going for the Norris to win it all. Let's do it. Game 7, Norris versus Selke. The all-defense team versus the all-forward team. First period, 2-1 Norris. McAvoy opens it up. Noah Cates ties it up. Then Lindholm gives Norris the 4th. He finished 4th in voting. He gives them the 2-1 lead. Second period, 3-2. Montour makes it 3-1, but then Bergeron cuts the lead 3-2. Shots are 21-17, controller down for the Selke, and Noah Cates with his second of the evening ties it at 3. Power play Norris, power play Selke, 5-on-3, extended opportunity, and Matthews scores on the power play. 4-3 Selke. With 8 minutes to go now, the Norris need a goal late to tie this up. Final 5 minutes. Final 2 minutes now. Power play Selke. That's a killer for the Norris. At power play empty netter. And the Selke are through to the final. Wow. Let me see the penalties in this one. What happened? Makar takes a late hooking penalty behind his own net. Is that it? Or behind one of the nets. Disappointing. The Selkies are through. The team made up of only forwards will now face the team of the most valuable players in the league. The Selke, I forget what their rating was. I think it was maybe 90, but the Heart are a 96 overall rated team. Noah Cates masterclass, absolutely. Let's go ahead and look at the stats, and then we'll go ahead and look at the tail of tape between those two teams in the simulation last night. So the King Clancy's, they bow out through 11 games. Evgeny Malkin and Elias Pettersson both scored 13 points apiece. Barkov was point per game. Hughes had 9, Larkin 8, and then down the list we go there. Goaltending, it was Jussi Saros going 4-3-4. Tough luck. Saros was a bit of the Achilles heel, it looks like. 886 save percentage and 3.73 goals against average. Ugly. Meanwhile, the Hart Trophy nominees who beat them through 9 games, they have Marner with 13 points, Crosby with 11, McDavid, Pastrnak, and Rantanen all with 10. Crosby and McDavid both with 6 goals in 9 games. Pettersson and McKinnon both with 9 points. Goaltending, it is Sorokin who is 8-1-0, but his numbers are not impressive. In the regular season last night, he had an 899 save percentage. Here through 9 games, he has a 907 save percentage. Similar stuff. Not very impressive. Now we have the Norris Trophy nominees who bowed out. Through 11 games, Quinn Hughes had 10 points. Makar had 8. Carlson, Dunn, and Heiskanen all had 7. Fox had 6. It seems as though the goal scoring was just Carlson and Hughes. Last night, Dougie Hamilton had like 30 goals, I believe. So they really needed him to come through. Goaltending, Braden Holtby, the replacement level Holtby. He did his job. 900 save percentage, allowing less than 3 goals per game. The defenseman just not finding enough offense. And then, of course, beating them were the New York Selkies, the number 1 seed. Numbers a bit distorted with the first round series against Japan. But through 11 games, Matthew Tkachuk has 15 points. Bergeron and Crosby have 14. So Crosby, some doubles here. Crosby's going up against each other. Zibanejad and Marner with 13. Matthews with 12. Stone point per game at 11. Hintz, Barkov with 10, Pettersson 9. Doggy Buddy, welcome to the stream. Long time no see in the stream. I see in the Discord, but long time no see in the stream. And Holtby, this Braden Holtby went 8-1-2 with 2 shutouts, a 919 save percentage, and 1.81 goals against average. Those shutouts, though, coming against Team Japan, I believe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so now we have the tail of the tape. The Selke Trophy nominees did not have the best record, but they had the number 1 seed, as they went 49, 26, and 7 and won the Stanley Cup in 4 games. Meanwhile, the Hart Trophy nominees had the best record regular season-wise with 61, 17, and 4, 21 more points than the Selkies, but they lost in the Stanley Cup final in 7 games against the same opponent, the Carolina Hurricanes. No, great, Doggy. All the streams today on ×2 speed. You're a good one, buddy. You're a legend. These were the only 2 teams to make it to the Stanley Cup final. These were the only 2 teams who, actually, no, I think that's the only thing where they have fully in common. But this is the number 1 seed in the tournament versus the number 1 seed of the regular season. It's a great matchup. It is probably the best matchup that we could have asked for. Maybe not the funnest. It would have been nice to see the Norris in here, but the Selke are still a fun team as they are made up of only forwards on defense and everything. Holtby between the pipes, and the Hearts are an overpowered team. They won the 2022 tournament in 6 games. Let's see what happens in this 2023 final. Game 1, Hart versus Selke. Let's do it. First period, 2-0 Selke early. Barkov and Crosby. If the Selke want to win, they got to continue to break through the EA voodoo of having Ilya Sorokin in there for the Hearts. Because he's a 91, he's not going to do well. So there you go. Second period, 3-1. Matthews on the power play. Then Elias Pettersson comes right back for the Selkies. Imagine if the Wild didn't have Chuck Fletcher as GM. They could be making moves like the ones today. Man, a lot of moves today. 2-goal lead for the Selkies. Power play for the Hearts early in the third period. Killed off by those defensive forwards. Very well done. Power play for the Selkies killed off, or actually negated because it was a 5-on-3 for the Hearts. And Pasternak took advantage of that one. Let me see this. What happened? So it was a power play. And then it was a cross-checking minor and then a Hintz hooking minor a minute later. So that's unfortunate. That's why it was a 5-on-3. Selke's up by 1 to bring it to Detroit. Probably coming just before the draft or definitely at the draft, but not longer than 27 hours from now. The Selkies hang on tight and they win game number 1, 3-2. Shots end 32-31. Hart in 4, not going to happen. Get your predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. Not too late. I'll let you get your predictions. Even though game 1 is over, the Selke Trophy nominees are up 1-0. I'll let you get your predictions in here. I'll give you a second. It's too soon, everyone. It's too soon. Hobbsy, let the Brinkett withdrawal. Selke in 7, Hearts in 7. Kronos wants Selke. Mark says Selke in 4. Oh, not in 7, in 4. Selke in 5 says nay. What team is DeBrincat interested in going to? It sounds like Detroit is where he's interested to go. All right, so keep all your predictions in mind. Game 2 now. The Selke are 9-3. The Heart are 8-2. That was only the second game that the Heart have lost so far in this tournament. Hart in 6, Selke in 6. All right, let's do it. First period, 1-1. Kucherov for the Hart, Crosby for the Selke. Second period, 2-1 Hart as Connor McDavid scores on the power play. It's a 1-goal lead for the Hart here in the third period of game number 2. The shots are 25-18 for the Selke, about 5 minutes in. Power play Hart, and it's another power play goal for the Hart. They're still on the power play, and they get another one. The special teams killing the Selke, another power play. This time killed off with 2 power play goals. Marner's fighting back, but it might be too little too late. The Selke are down by 2 with 3 minutes to go. Hold on. Zibanejad makes it a 1-goal game. Final minute push, but the Hearts hang on tight. Those power play goals ended up being the demise of the Selkies, and the Hart win 4-3 to tie the series up at 1. Too many penalties from the Selkies there. Too many penalties. 1-1 series is now going to be a best of 5. Now the Selkies had home ice. Now we head to Hart Arena for game number 3. First period, 0-0. Second period, 2-0 Selkies. Zibanejad has been on fire. And Matthew Tkachuk also scoring. Shots are 22-19 for the Hart, but it's 2-0. Make that 3-0 Selke as Nico Hischier scores. Hold on, there's the Pettersson scoring the Hart's first goal. Power play Hart. They're going to get a power play goal from Erik Karlsson. They are deadly on the power play. The Selkies cannot take these penalties. And McKinnon now scores even strength. It's a 3-3 game from 3-0 to 3-3. Hart leading in the shots 31-23. Final 5 minutes now with this game tied. Power play Selke late! Killed off, and we're headed to overtime. Shots end 33-27 for the Hart. Overtime now. Next goal puts their team up by 1 game. And the winners are the Selkies as Roope Hintz scores 4-3 Selke victory. And the Selkies take a 2-1 series lead. Oh my, the Selkies are surprising some people, I think. Okay, game number 4 now. The Selkies would love to take a 3-1 series lead, but the Hart, they've only lost 3 games all tournament, and 2 of them have come in the last 3 games. They're going to be fighting on home ice here at Hart Arena. First period of game number 4, the Selkies are up 2-1 as Hughes opens up the scoring. Of course, Roope Hintz is a wild enemy. But then Mitch Marner and Mark Stone give the Selkies the lead now. Second period, 3-1 as Mitch Marner scores to give 8 and to now make that lead a 2-goal lead. Shots are 24-19 for the Hart nominees, but they're down by 2. Third period, some power plays would go a long way for the Hearts here. Oh, there's one right there. Power play opportunity. That's killed off, though, by the Selkies. Another power play opportunity. And it's a shorthanded goal from Sidney Crosby. How about that? 3-goal lead for the Selke, despite being outshot 38-20. Pasternak scores to make it 4-2. Sorokin has been fraudulent in this series, and Holtby's standing tall, and the Selke are now up 3-1. That Selke defense, I'm telling ya. Whoo! Okay, so it all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5 of the 2023 Data 782 Award Nominee Tournament. The Selkies are 1 win away from eliminating the 2022 champions and looking to win in a 5-game series. There goes Hobbsy's prediction. He had said Selke in... Oh, sorry, Hart in 6. That's right, I was right there. It's right there. So here we go with a chance to end it back at home at Selke Arena. The descendants of Frank J. Selke are here in the building. First period, 2-0 Hearts. Kaprizov scores twice. Second period, 2-0 it remains. Third period now, the Selkies for once are outshooting the Hearts 19-17, but they are down 2-0. Let's go. Nate's prediction could be true right here. We're 5 minutes in. The Selkies need something fast. The Hearts are hanging on tight, but the Selkies are getting a lot of shots on net. 31-21 power play. Selke killed off by the Hearts. Final 5 minutes. Sorokin finally not being fraudulent, and he will hang on for the shutout as the Hart Trophy nominees needed another player, and then Danny DeKeyser got a goal. How come Danny DeKeyser is there? I guess that's true. It's just the way. Yeah. He's on a couple teams. Yeah. I forgot. Danny DeKeyser gets an empty netter. Why not? So a 34-save shutout from Ilya Sorokin. And now the Selkies still have a chance to win it, but it's going to be on the road at Hart Arena. And they're going to have a chance to end this series in 6. Or could the Hearts push it to 7? Danny DK DeKeyser. What a legend. First period action. 2-0 Hart in front of the home fans. They're being outshot 15-6, but they're up 2-0. Pasternak on the power play, and Hughes even strength. The Hearts are going to come back, and DeKeyser wins in OT. That would be something, eh? Second period, 4-1. Wow! Very close to headed to 7. Kucherov power play. Rantanen even strength. Vinny said Hearts in 7 could be. Hintz scores to break the shutout, but the Selkies are down by 3 here in this third period, and the Hearts are close to pushing it to 7. Power play opportunity for the Hearts, killed off by the Selkies. The Selkies, once again, still leading in shots. It's as if whichever team leads in shots ends up losing. They're still up by 3, the Hearts are. 5 minutes to go, and that may just be enough, and yes, it will be. We're going to 7, ladies and gentlemen. After the Hearts beat the King Clancy's in 6 in 2022, it will now be the Hearts versus the Selkies in Game 7 of 2023. The number 1 seed and the number 2 seed facing off in Game 7. Would you have it any other way? So if you remove the 4 wins that the Selke had against Japan in their first round bye, they are actually 7-6, while the Hart are 11-4. Drop your predictions, ladies and gentlemen. Selke or Hart? Just one word. Hart or Selke? Let's see who gets the consensus vote here. Hart or Selke? Just drop one word in the chat. Mark says Hart. I want to see what people are thinking out here. Kronos says Selke. That's a 1-1 vote now. We're about 13. We should get maybe 10 votes or so. Selke. Oh, it's now going to be a 3-1 vote for the Selkies. 4-1 vote for the Selkies. 4-3, couple votes for the Heart. 4-3 vote for the Selkies from 7 votes. All right, 4-3 vote for the Selke from 7 votes. Very good. At Selke Arena, Frank J. Selke's great-grandson dropping the puck at center ice. Game 7. It all comes down to this. Slow simming the whole way through. Selkies scoring their second shot of the night. Austin Matthews, hold on, power play Hearts though. Power play Hearts on an extended opportunity, but nothing coming from it. But then Nathan McKinnon scores on another power play opportunity, and it's 1-1 as we're 10 minutes in. Jason Robertson scores a couple minutes later. Even strength, 2-1 Hearts after the Selkies opened it up, that is. Perfect time, Jack. Perfect time. After 20 minutes, the shots are 10-5 for the Hearts. 2-1 game. Doubling shots, doubling goals. 2-1 Hearts. Power play Hearts early. Hold on. Power play Selke now. 5-on-3, and Austin Matthews with his second of the night ties it at 2 on the power play. Power play Hearts, you gotta stop taking these penalties, Selkies. Halfway through this game, we're tied at 2. Power play Hart again, killed off once more. 5 minutes to go now in this second period. Selke's on the power play late, and Mitch Marner scores just as it expires. 3-2 Selke's. As we head into this third and final period, shots are 20-16 in the Hearts' favor, but is a Selke lead by 1. We're going to hop in the last 5 minutes for sure. 5 minutes in here. Jack Hughes ties it up. We're back at a tie game now. 3-3. Power play Hearts now. Killed off by the Selkies. They're taking so many penalties. We're going to jump in at the 5-minute mark. Hold on, Nico Hischier gives the Selkies the lead, and we'll hop in here as it is a 4-3 Selke game late. The jerseys are really nothing to look at. I didn't put any effort whatsoever into them, so don't worry about that. The refs are costing it. They're trying to get involved too much here. I'll keep it at 5-minute periods. I'm not worried about that. And let me know. Do you want to keep dynamic camera, or would some people like true broadcast? Let me know if anybody wants true broadcast. As we'll head into the final 5 minutes of the 7th game of this tournament at Selke Arena with 5:25 to go. They just slapped the logo. That's true. I didn't even put the logo on it. That's true. I totally forgot about that. Good point. True broadcast is when you see it like as if you're watching TV from the side. Here come the Selkies. A 1v4 opportunity there. Great decision. Selke, Sorokin makes that save and he'll hang on. 4:25 to go. Matthew Tkachuk, he's trying to get the Conn Smythe in this universe. Offensive zone draw for the Selkies. They win it back. Barkov, Nico Hischier. Now here's Tkachuk. Barkov with some space, can't get through traffic. I'll leave it how it is. All right, great, thank you. Here now comes Erik Karlsson back the other way for the Hart Trophy nominees. Nice move from Karlsson. 2 nice moves, trying to weave his way through like a magician, but loses control just at the end. McDavid keeps that in the zone. Tkachuk. Marner picks it off of him. The Hart Tkachuk, that is. The Selke Tkachuk leading away in points. Selke, 2.5 minutes away. Pastrnak, board pin. Bergeron fighting down low. Karlsson gets hit, but Matthew Tkachuk comes away with it. Now here's Pastrnak. 1-on-1 against Barkov. Pastrnak, little move there. Finds some space. Marner behind the net to the point now. It's Austin Matthews. McDavid, excuse me. Thompson, Matthews from the point. McDavid, Pastrnak! Finally getting a shot off at least, and that's a good save. Yeah, it's welcome to slow sim. Welcome to slow sim. Final minute of play now. Here comes Kucherov. They're going to pull the goalie. Kucherov in Selke territory gets stopped up by Matthew Tkachuk. Nobody wants to go after him. He's just going to skate backwards. Hold on, picked up by Kucherov. He has space, and it's poked away by Alex Barkov. Now here's McDavid. 20-minute simulation. Hold on, Thompson from the point. Glove save, Holtby. Matthews got a hard vote. Yeah, he definitely got some hard votes if he's on this team. There's 2 Matthews out here. Shot on the empty net is blocked. They do have the goalie pulled out. Tage Thompson up to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Kucherov. Coming through. Can't get through the last man back again. 15 seconds to go, and the Selkies are ready to just hang on to it. Don't do anything too risky here. Yeah, skating back. Smart decision. And that will likely be it, ladies and gentlemen, as the Selkies defeat and he gets a hat trick, Austin Matthews. The Selkies defeat the Hart Trophy nominees, dethroning them as the champions, as they won in 2022, but in 2023 they lose, and the #1 seed Selkies, despite having the 5th best regular season record, they won the Stanley Cup in the regular season, and now they win the tournament as well, as they defeat the Hart Trophy nominees in a 7-game thriller. And how about that, ladies and gentlemen, to end it off? A team of only forwards with a replacement-level goaltender between the pipes goes all the way and wins it. The Patrice Bergeron Trophy. I hope Bergeron was captain. Yesterday I didn't change captain. I thought that would be a bit too time-consuming just for something that we wouldn't see until the very end for one team getting the Stanley Cup. I would hope he's the team. Getting the Conn Smythe, likely Matthew Tkachuk. Yes, it is. The Selke Matthew Tkachuk. There he is. Big handshake with Big Bill. Very nice. Looking good, buddy. And now coming over to receive the Stanley Cup will be Captain. We'll see who it is. Hoping it's Patrice Bergeron. Who else would be up there? Maybe Crosby's captain, actually. I think he's on the second team, right? Yeah, he is. Maybe Crosby's the captain. Let's see here. Who's getting called over? It is... No, that's true. It's Austin Matthews who got the hat trick. Austin Matthews. Captain Austin Matthews. But we'll give Bergeron the cup first. There he is. Just imagine that it's the tournament cup. Beautiful. Won the Stanley Cup in the regular season. Won the tournament cup in the bracket. Let's go ahead and give it to the captain, the true captain, the award winner, the award in which it should be named the person in which the award should be named after. He's not even an option. Of course he isn't. Noah Cates Masterclass, come and get it. I am literally not touching my controller right now. I'm not even touching my controller. What a joke. I'm not even touching my controller. I pressed down twice. By me pressing down twice, it went down, 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 up, down, up, X. All I did was press down twice, and that happened. What? Of course, Bergeron's not even an option, right? I just want Noah Cates. I haven't even... my controller is down. My controller is down right now. I'm not touching anything. It's going as a mind of its own. Hey, Noah Cates, you got it. There you go. It has a mind of its own, I'm telling you. My controller is down. Before I was holding it, I'm not touching anything. Now I'm not even touching the plastic. It is 8 inches away from me. I'm not touching it. Ridiculous. Noah Cates Masterclass, well deserved. Let's see who the game chooses this time. Let's see. Up, down, up, down, 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 and Jordan Stahl gets it. There you go.
Oh.
Kronos, you're so smart. You're so smart, man. It's because it's a CPU versus CPU game. I have no control over this. You're so smart. But yeah, you would think if you're showing me the menu of who do you want it to get it, why aren't I able to click on it? Yeah. There's that picture. Snap one for the files. It'll last a lifetime, my friends. Why even show me if I can't choose, right? Then are we going to get the names on the cup here? Yeah, we will. But even in the franchise mode, when you try to choose a player and you do have control, you're still trying to... You still have to go, like, down, down. Come on, I said down, and then it goes down, and you're running out of time, then it chooses one automatically. It's frustrating. So there they are, the New York Selkies, led by Patrice Bergeron. Take it in. Noah Cates with his name on the cup. Braden Holtby made it. Kevin Poulet. So dramatic. Very nice. So the shots in Game 7 ended 34-24 for the Hearts, but the Selkies came away with it. Joel Eriksson winning it as well. Well, look at the stats one last time, then we'll wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Another annual installment. That's the word I'm looking for. In 2024, I might go back to the method that I tried last year, which was doing like 1 8-minute video per team as opposed to 2 longer live streams. Maybe Slim has a point. Maybe. Take a picture. You got me, Vinny. You got me. If I ever do merch, I gotta put that on a t-shirt. So goals for per game, the Selkies ended with the highest goals for at 4 and the best goals against at 2.33. Very impressive. The power play ended 34.8% for the Lady Bings. Of the teams that made it out of the first round, the Hearts had 29.3. Couple merch ideas like welcome to the team Bello, certified Bello. It'll last a lifetime. Take it something like that. Maybe we'll do merch one of these days. Maybe like 10,000 subs. We'll do that in like a year from now. Maybe. I appreciate your instant willingness. Did you read my Conn Smythe idea? No, I didn't, doggy. Let me see it. Thank you for the $1.99 donation. I will absolutely be able to look at it now. Data, could you do a Conn Smythe team? It would be the ones who have won it recently and this year, obviously. You know what? That's not a bad idea for 2024. Now it's unfortunately too late. The tournament just ended. But that could be a good way to get an 8th team in there and not have to do a first round bye. That'd be a good idea. Thank you for raising that one, doggy. Looking at the points now, if I ever miss a message, either spamming it or throwing a donation will be the best way for me to go and check it out. Because the donation shows up in flashy colors on my computer screen. We want to look at the Hearts. The Hearts end up going 16 games, 17 points for Mitch Marner. Pastrnak was point per game with 9 goals and 16 points. McKinnon 15, Crosby and Rantanen both with 14. Kucherov 13, McDavid 12, Pettersson 10. Draisaitl only 1 goal and 10 points though. Hughes 5 goals, 9 points. Down the list we see there, all the way down to Clendening and DeKaiser, legends. This Matthew Tkachuk had 3 points in 16 games, averaging 17.5 minutes of ice time per night. The other Matthew Tkachuk, averaging 2 more minutes per night, had 23 points in 18 games. Is that not ridiculous? The goaltending for the Hearts, Sorokin 11-4-1 with 1 shutout and a fraudulent 91 overall, 907 save percentage, and 2.58 goals against average. Meanwhile, over on the Selkies, Braden Holtby at an 80 overall has a 914 save percentage and 2.24 goals against average, 12-4-2 with 2 shutouts. Again, take the Japan series in mind, but still, come on now. The Selkies, Matthew Tkachuk led the way, winning the Conn Smythe, 23 points in 18 games. Ilya Kohn-Rokin. Crosby was point per game with 18. Austin Matthews had 11 goals, including the Game 7 hat-trick, 17 points. Actually, look at this. Matthews, Zibanejad, Marner, Bergeron, Stone, 5 players who had 17 points. 2018 Holtby, yeah. Hintz had 6 goals and 15 points. Barkov 15. Pettersson 13. Then it drops off. Nico 6, Jordan 5, Elias 4, Noah Cates with 3, his one masterclass of 2 goals, that one game he had 2. JT Compher had 3 points, Eriksson Ek with 3, Backlund with 2, Kopitar with 2. Both teams had a lot of star power at the top, but the Selkies did not have depth. The fourth line of Compher and Cates, that was not super impressive, 81 and 82. Compared to the Hearts, absolutely not, right? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That just about wraps up the stream. I was thinking of making it a bit longer, doing a couple other things, maybe doing the first round a bit slower. But I got to say, this was our 6th live stream of the day. Who knows if we do a 7th, if there's another trade. We have the draft tomorrow evening. We had a fun time. We saw the results. I think I'm going to stop it here. I appreciate all of your viewership throughout the afternoon over the last 8 hours or so. It's really been a wild day to have 6 different live streams in such a short amount of time. So yes, I will take the rest. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna sit on the couch. I'm gonna watch probably some Star Trek Voyager for all my Trekkies out there, and that'll be it for me. I wouldn't be surprised if we're doing a live stream sometimes tomorrow afternoon, but at the very least, I will see you all for the draft live stream tomorrow evening. Get some good sleep. Hopefully nothing drops overnight. Hopefully not. Yeah, well, worst case scenario, if worst case, I get to rest and I don't live stream until the draft. But that'll be a fun time. Last year was a real blast. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to do as much research as I can on the prospects. I look forward to reacting live as things happen, and analyzing the draft picks, looking at who drops, what are the storylines. That's going to be a fun time. I think, is it 8 p.m. Eastern? It's going to be whenever it starts, I'm starting. If it's 7, I think it's 8 to 11. It could be. Whenever it starts, I'm starting. I'm not doing a pregame show or anything like that. If Sportsnet says it starts at 8 or whatever, I'm starting at 8. That's when I'm starting. Something else, but 6 streams in a day. So, yeah, this is technically a shorter stream. We usually do like an hour and a half. But the draft is going to be at 7. Oh, there you go. Perfect. So it's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern. Whenever it starts is when I'm starting. That's what we're doing. Will I do a full sim for the Habs pick? Probably. Plus, as soon as the draft goes, I got to start doing Fantilli simulations, Michkov simulations. So that's going to be a lot of work for me as well. But listen, I say work. It's a blast. We have fun, and it's a great time here. If it was just painstaking work and I hated it, then I wouldn't be doing it. But I do it for my own enjoyment and your enjoyment. So I hope that you'll be able to take it in and enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for all those ongoing live streams, and I'll leave you off there. Everyone, have yourselves a wonderful rest of your night, and we will be talking, I'm sure, very, very soon. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here.